I'm out in my outdoor kitchen. I got my Blackstone Grill all fired up and ready to go. And spread some olive oil out over this Blackstone Grill. We are going to be preparing some wild game this evening. Some moose meat gifted to me by one of my students who thought I would like some moose meat, and he was right. I enjoy moose meat, of course, and we're going to be preparing that this evening on our Blackstone Grill. I have been preparing this moose meat for tonight's supper. I have it marinated here now for a couple of hours in a prepared marinade. Look at that. It's just the moose strips here now. They look delish, and they're going to be going on the grill very soon on this Blackstone Griddle. Just waiting for it to get hot. This is going to be delicious, folks, so stay with us. We are preparing wild game on our Blackstone Grill. Moose meat this evening here at GBL, the old church, 5 Acre Homestead. You're not going to want to miss this. So here's that moose meat that I've been bragging about, folks. It's been sitting in this marinade now for, at least an hour or so. I'm going to try a piece on the Blackstone Grill. Let's see if that oil is hot enough for these strips of wild game, these strips of moose meat. Oh, you hear that? Absolutely gorgeous. Let's put the rest of them on, shall we? Moose meat on the Blackstone Grill. Going to be delicious. Going to be delicious. Let's get some more there, Mr. Garry. Here we go. Let's get some more. Okay, now this all needs to be spread out, of course, all over this grill. So let's do that. We've had our Blackstone Grill now for, maybe a couple of years, and we are very, very pleased with our Blackstone Grill. In fact, we hardly use our barbecue anymore. We are sold on this Blackstone Grill. A few more pieces here. Let's get them on. A couple of more. Some smaller pieces here as well. They need to go on. Just a couple of more here now, Mr. Garry. Let's get them on. Now, they've already been in marinade for an hour or so. And the marinade also has some salt and pepper into it. So I won't need to put any more salt and pepper on these strips of moose meat. There they are on our Blackstone Grill. Now, I'm going to use my Blackstone Grill spatula here now, that we had come from Amazon. So, Mr. Garry, spread these out. I'm in the process of getting my Amazon store organized, and when I do, I'm going to have products like Blackstone griddles and the accessories, all that, to my store. And if anyone wants to buy Amazon products, they can buy it through my link. Why not? Why not? It doesn't cost you any more money, and I'll make a little commission from it. So that's also a good thing. So here we go. Moose meat on our Blackstone Grill, folks. I have just 2 of the 4 burners turned on our Blackstone Grill. 2 is plenty. So as this meat cooks here now on this Blackstone Grill, we're going to be adding some veggies to this dish this evening. We have a macaroni salad already prepared, and you saw that in a couple of earlier clips. But let's get this moose meat going here now on this Blackstone Grill. While the moose meat is cooking over there on the Blackstone Grill, we are going to be preparing some vegetables. So we need to cut them up put them in the stainless steel bowl, mix in a little bit of olive oil, and we're going to be putting them on the Blackstone Grill as well. So for our veggies, we have some red onion, we have some mushrooms, we have green pepper, a red pepper, a yellow pepper, and an orange pepper, and some celery. These vegetables are all going to be mixed together, tossed, and then put on the Blackstone Grill. Let's get these onions ready for this mixed vegetable dish on our Blackstone Grill. Now I'm going to be cutting these in fairly big pieces, not little tiny pieces of course, because I want them fairly big and chunky for our mixed vegetable dish. So fairly big, going in that dish this evening. Beautiful red onions from our raised bed vegetable garden, folks. Check out all of those videos on our YouTube channel. We grew lots and lots of vegetables in our raised bed vegetable garden and our greenhouse this year. Go check that out. So here's the red onion from our garden, going in this stainless steel bowl this evening. Going to be mixed with some other vegetables, of course. The peppers, the celery, the mushrooms. That's going to be all tossed together for a side dish this evening. Okay, so there's some red onion. I do believe I have another one there. Let's get that one going as well. Okay, from our garden. Delish. Nothing like homegrown veggies from your garden on the Blackstone Grill, I can tell you that. Delish indeed. Okay, making this, like I said, fairly chunky this evening. For our veggie dish on the side, we're cooking wild game, moose meat, that was gifted to us by one of my students this year. A little while ago, only a couple of weeks ago, this student came to school and said, "Mr. Leyte, I got some moose for you." So he passed over 2 bags that contain a couple of moose roasts, and of course I took them right away. I put them in the freezer at the school, and then before I came home that day, I made sure I took my moose and brought it home with me. Absolutely. Okay, let's cut up a little bit more onion. Now, I want to check out my moose meat, so bear with me. Okay, I just checked on my moose meat, folks. It's going very, very well over there on the Blackstone Grill. I'll show you that in a minute, so stay with me. This is a Spanish onion I'm cutting up here. Now, also from our garden that we grew this year. We grew lots of onions, and we're very pleased and very proud of our harvest this year. We did very, very well. Our garden was indeed quite the success this year. We grew potato, we grew cabbage, we grew beets, we grew peas, we grew beans, we grew tomatoes, we grew cucumbers, we even grew watermelon. And we named our watermelon. We had a watermelon named Wilson, we had a watermelon named Melanie, we had a watermelon named Wilma, I do believe, several more names. Go check out those videos. They're on our YouTube channel as well. Let's cut some celery here now, Mr. Leyte. Let's cut some celery for that mixed vegetable dish that we are preparing on our Blackstone Grill this evening. Okay, here's some celery. We grow celery. I bought this at the supermarket today. So it's fresh celery, locally grown though. Grown here in Newfoundland and Labrador, Canada. Okay, I'm cutting up like 3 or 4 stalks of it here now, folks. And that's going to go, like I said, in our vegetable dish. This is going to be delish. It's going to be chunky. That's good. There's 3 stalks of celery. I do think I have one more there. Let's cut that one up, Mr. Garry. Slice them down the middle and then cut them up into chunks. Here we go. I can smell that moose meat behind me too. I'm going to toss these onions and these celeries together now in this dish. I need to add a few mushrooms, so I'm going to do that. Again, I'm only cutting these mushrooms in 2 or 3 pieces. Beautiful, beautiful fresh mushrooms that I bought at the grocery store today. We didn't grow these, of course, but they're going to add a little flavor to this veggie dish. In this veggie dish, we have celery and onions, 2 kinds of onions. We have Spanish and red. We have celery. We have mushrooms. and we have 4 different colors of peppers. We have red, we have green, we have yellow, and we have orange. That's what I'm going to be cutting up next to make this veggie dish. Delicious. I'm also going to do some potatoes, some russet potatoes from our garden. So quite the variety of food this evening, I can tell you that. Now, Mr. Lee, I do think that's enough for these mushrooms. Now let's get at those peppers. I'm going to put in half of this green pepper, and I'm going to be cutting this in chunks as well. Strips first, and then some chunks. Fresh green peppers. Cut that up now, Mr. Garry, and put that in that veggie dish as well. Here's the yellow one, chunked up into big pieces, going in there as well, and the orange one. Let's cut half of that one up as well, Mr. Garry. With our moose. Moose gifted to me by a current student. Absolutely delicious, our supper this evening. This is Saturday, November the 4th. Hard to believe. The weather has been so good today. It did get up. It did get up to about 14 degrees today. A beautiful, beautiful day. Now, I'm going to toss these vegetables. These are soon going on the Blackstone Griddle. I'm going to add a bit of olive oil to this. I might also add a little bit of salt and pepper. So I'm going to do that. And they will be going on the grill very, very soon. Let's check out that moose meat. Doing very, very well over here on the grill. Look at that. Look how nice and brown it is. Look how nice and brown that moose meat is, eh? So I'm soon going to be putting that aside. I'm soon going to be putting that aside because it looks like it's really nice and done. It was marinated, so it's going to be nice and tender, and it's got a nice golden color there, a nice brown, a little bit of dark brown there too. So it looks delish indeed. Let's take this moose meat now, carry it over and put it in that tray over there, because we don't want it to burn up. It's done to perfection there now. Once I saute those vegetables on this Blackstone grill, I'm going to add that moose meat back in with the vegetables just for a few minutes toward the end. And that's going to be delish. That's going to be delish, I can guarantee you that. Okay, Mr. Garry, that dish is quite full over there now. Let's get the rest of it. Let's get the rest of that over there. Now, here we go. The caramelization that's on this Blackstone grill now from the moose meat is going to be delish with these vegetables that I have over here in this dish. Veggies all ready, folks, with some olive oil and some salt and pepper. So let's pour them out on the grill here now. Look at that. Going to be delish. Going to be delish. Some of these veggies are from our garden, and some I bought at the local supermarket. So they're going to be delicious. Spread them out, Mr. Lee. Spread them out, Mr. Garry. Here we go. So lots of veggies. I'm cooking those right on the caramelization from the wild game. So the juices and the caramelization from the wild game meat is going to be going through these vegetables and add some extra flavor, and it's going to be delish indeed. Sauteed vegetables and wild game on our Blackstone grill. I have the moose meat put back here, folks, in this tin foil tray. When these veggies are sauteed, I'm going to put that moose meat in with the veggies and mix it all together. The final thing that we have to prepare on this grill this evening are some russet potatoes. And let's get at that right now. Let's get at these russet potatoes now. I'm going to cut them into large circles, and I'm going to be putting them on the Blackstone grill as well. These we grew this year in our raised bed garden. Most of these potatoes, folks, I have 5 there. They are at least a pound each, and a couple of them are a pound and a half. Believe that or not? Absolutely, they are indeed. So I'm going to cut up a couple of these, maybe 3, I'm not sure, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I'm cutting these russet potatoes in big circles here now, folks. I'm being very careful. I don't want to cut myself, but I'm cutting it as if I was cutting a loaf of bread. These potatoes are huge. These are huge, and I'm cutting them off into big circles. See that? Nice and thick, and they are going on our Blackstone grill very, very soon. Let me cut another one. Again, being very careful and cautious, and cutting it just like I was cutting a loaf of homemade bread. And these potato circles, are going on our Blackstone Grill this evening. Okay, let me do a couple of more here now, folks. Delish indeed. I think I can get 2 more out of this one. They're going to be thick though. They're going to be thick. And this is a sharp knife I'm using, so I'm being very careful. I certainly don't want to cut myself today. So I got 2 more to go on our Blackstone Grill. Now, how many do I have? I have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 big circles of russet potatoes. Okay, back at the Blackstone Grill now, folks. Look at these veggies. Aren't they looking delicious? They've picked up the caramelization from that wild game, from that moose meat for sure. Now, I'm going to put that moose meat back in with the veggies. So let's do that. Here we go. Mr. Garry, mix all that together now. We got moose meat and locally grown veggies on our Blackstone Grill. I'm combining these veggies, 4 kinds of peppers, green, red, orange, and yellow. I have a Spanish onion put in there, and I have a red onion put in there. I have some mushrooms in there, and I also have some celery. Going to be delicious this evening. Look at that. Now, I'm going to put that in a pile, and then I'm going to turn over. Actually, I do think I have a nice cover right here. Let me get this one off the wall here. Okay, he's got a handle onto him. Okay, so I'm going to use this stainless steel cover now to cover up these veggies and the moose meat. Let that saute for a little while longer, and then we have to put on those russet potato circles. Okay, let's take a look at these veggies. Oh, and the moose meat. Look at that. That is delicious, folks. I'm going to put that now over here in this stainless steel bowl. So let's move that over. And let's get this off the grill. And put this in the stainless steel bowl. That's going to be delish. That's going to be our main course this evening. Moose meat and sauteed vegetables on our Blackstone Grill. I still have those russet potatoes to do. I'm going to do them here in the exact same spot as well. Okay, if there's a bit of moose meat caramelization left on this grill, it's going to be mixed in. It's going to be mixed in with the potatoes next. Now, I'm going to have to add a little bit more oil. So, Mr. Leyte, Garry, let's get that on there. Now, we're going to put that to the side. Now, okay, so that goes over there, and that's going to be kept warm. I'm going to add a bit of oil to this grill. So here we go, vegetable oil going on this grill. This is the side of the grill where the wild game moose meat was, and where we did the veggies, and then where we mixed it together. I'm going to put on some large russet potato circles on here now. Here we go. So let's go over to those circles. I have 9 here. I'm going to be using some Himalayan pink salt that contains black pepper and garlic. Okay, so I'm going to sprinkle some of that on these circles. Okay, I'm going to do it to taste. Black pepper, salt, and garlic. I'm going to do one side of it. Here we go. Now, I have some oil on the grill, but I'm also going to put a bit of oil on these as well, just in case. It's a vegetable oil, so it's not too bad. So let me go get that vegetable oil that's over here. Here's our vegetable oil. Let's put a little bit of that vegetable oil on each of these, shall we? Just a sprinkle, Mr. Garry. On these russet potato, big circles, or ovals, whatever you want to call them, grown in our raised bed vegetable garden this summer, guys, this growing season. These were grown from store-bought potatoes, believe it or not. These were not grown from certified seeds. I went to the supermarket and I bought a couple of bags of tabletop potatoes, and I hide them out, I chitted them out. If you want, you can follow us on our YouTube channel. I have a 5-part series on our YouTube channel where I show you exactly how to grow store-bought potatoes from start to finish. You will want to go and check that out. Let's take these over to the grill now, shall we? Here we go. Let's go over there now, Mr. Garry. We're going to put them on the grill. I'm going to use my tongs, and I'm going to put the oil side down. Here we go. Now, I turned this grill down earlier, so I'm going to want to turn this up a little bit, I think. Let's get these sauteed nicely. Oh, you can hear that, can you? Look at that. Fairly big circles or ovals of locally grown russet potatoes. Okay, they're doing very nicely. Okay, let's get, well, there's one more there. Let's get that one on. Okay, now I'm going to add some more of that Himalayan salt on this side and some more oil. So let's go over and get that. So here's the Himalayan salt. It contains black pepper and garlic. So let's put a little bit of that on there. Be careful, Mr. Leyte. Be careful, Garry. You don't put too much of that on there. Let's get that done. Okay. There we go. A little bit of vegetable oil on each of these ovals or circles, whatever you want to call them. When these are done now, I'm going to do a little bit of bread as well. I got some French bread there. I'm going to want to do a few bits of garlic bread to have with this. And that's going to be delicious. And we'll do that in a second. So we have a loaf of French bread here. Now I'm going to cut a few pieces out of this bread. Okay, we're going to cut off a few slices from this bread. Hey, let's turn these bad boys over. Look at that. Oh, don't they look gorgeous? Look, don't they look great? Look at that. They're picking up the last of the caramelization on this Blackstone grill. These russet potato circles are going to taste delish for our supper this evening. Let's let the other side saute and cook and brown up. And when we come back, we'll be buttering up these pieces of French bread with our garlic spread. Let's do that next. Okay, I've got 9 pieces of French bread here now. I'm going to put some garlic spread on these. I'm just going to put the garlic spread on the top side of these. And the olive oil that's on the grill will saute the other side, and these will be delish for our supper this evening. You know, supper is not complete without a little bit of bread. Well, that's how I look at it. You got to have bread with almost every meal. That's how I look at it. If you agree, say so. If you don't, well, that's all right too. Okay, so here we go. I'm putting some garlic spread now on each of these pieces of bread. Miss Betty made this spread from scratch this morning. It's just regular margarine or butter with some powdered garlic and some, I think there's some parsley flakes in this. Okay, so just putting the spread on these now, and very soon I'm going to put these on our Blackstone grill. The potato circles are sauteing over there now very, very nicely. Now, Mr. Garry, finish this up. You only got a couple of more to do. Let's get some spread on these. These are going to be delicious as well. A beautiful supper this evening. Wild game, moose meat, done in a teriyaki marinade, and then cooked on the Blackstone grill. We have mixed vegetables, peppers and onions, and mushrooms and celery, all that kind of good stuff. Okay, so they're all done there now, folks. I got all these pieces done. We need to get a little bit of olive oil on the grill, and then we can put these pieces of bread, this French bread, on our grill as well. Our russet potato ovals or circles are all done, folks. I'm going to take them off now. I'm going to put them over here on this plate that I have here. I'm going to plate those up. and just keep them over here warming while I put on my French bread. A little bit more olive oil on our Blackstone grill, and then we're going to toast that bread that I have already prepared. Just put them out. They will not need very, very long. Let's just put these bread pieces on. They're going to be delish. Here we go. I got 6 on there now. 7, 8 pieces, and piece number 9. I'm going to turn that grill down again. I'm going to turn that one off completely. There's probably enough heat left on this grill now to do these little pieces of bread. Like I said, we do not need a lot of heat for those pieces of bread. So let's get them going. The under part is going to be toasted, and they're going to go really, really nice with these pieces of russet potato and with this mixed vegetable wild game moose meat. Going to be a delicious supper prepared this evening in our outdoor kitchen on our Blackstone Grill here at GBL, the old church, 5-acre homestead. Folks, we're going to be finishing up here now very, very soon, and I'm going to be taking this inside, and we'll be plating this up very, very soon. So when I come back, I'll have all this inside, probably on the island, and it's going to be a self-serve meal this evening in our kitchen, and you're welcome to come and join us and take a look. Wish I could share it with you so you can enjoy it also. This is going to be a delicious meal, gifted moose meat from a student of mine. Thank you very, very much, student. You are appreciated very, very much. Bon appetit, Leyte family. Our beautiful, beautiful meal cooked in our outdoor kitchen on our Blackstone Grill this evening. It's self-serve, folks, and we are serving this evening wild game moose meat with sauteed vegetables. We have russet potatoes grown this season in our raised bed vegetable garden. We have some French bread with garlic butter onto it. Here's our spread this evening. Some condiments here for anyone who would like to have some condiments. And here's my dinner, folks. And as I said, it's self-serve. That's mine. I'm going to enjoy that right now. Folks, I want to thank you for joining me this afternoon in our outdoor kitchen, preparing this wild game moose meat meal for my family. Really, really enjoyed this experience. It was great spending some time out in the outdoor kitchen, cooking on our Blackstone Grill. Thank you ever so much for joining us always, for liking our videos, for sharing our videos, for sending us along those beautiful, beautiful comments. We appreciate and answer every single one of them. And of course, folks, we appreciate you subscribing to our YouTube channel. And that's GBL, the old church, 5-acre homestead. Again, folks, bon appetit. Enjoy your meal. Wish I could share this with you. I can only share it, I suppose, in video format. So here you go. Take a look at our spread this evening.